Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 3WC 2025. I almost forgot the year. I might be stupid. Oh, 3WC 2025 B stream. Got another match going on at the same time as the one on the A stream. United States versus Austria-Hungary. I'm fieryrage, joined here by another American, T1G. We're not biased, don't worry. How's it going, Aaron?
Zero bias. I am full rooting for Austria-Hungary. Screw these American guys. I'm all in for the Austria-Hungary roster, bro. Let's go. I am so excited.
So wise. I agree with this guy.
In honesty, I'm excited to see what this year's United States roster brings to the table. And genuinely, this Austria-Hungary roster does have a bunch of the OWC members from those two countries. So I do anticipate them being able to put up a decent fight, especially on an earlier round pool.
We've seen, I don't think we've seen any upsets so far. To be honest, I don't think that will change. My bias showing, but I do think it's very possible for Austria-Hungary to take a decent amount of points off. I would say even 5 points if they want to go to tiebreaker. I think they have a solid chance of doing that. We'll see what happens, though.
I don't know about five. You might be a little hopeful, but I could definitely see this being a team to take a point or two on something they're strong on. We did see, of course, Romania, the 12 seed, taking out Chile, the 5th seed, 6-1. Russia also defeating Brazil, the 11 seed over 6 seed, 6-5 on tiebreaker. So we have had a couple of upsets, but the top seeds have looked quite strong. South Korea 6-0 over Greece, the 3 seed Germany 6-1 over France. So kind of anticipating, I think, these top seeds to come out and perform well. But Austria-Hungary did have a couple of good results on the qualifiers. So you know.
Yeah, number 2 seed in the United States going up against seed 15 in Austria-Hungary. Sorry for interrupting you there. I was just shell-shocked by Russia being seed 11. Was not expecting that anyway.
Yeah, they and Romania, I think, both underperformed a little bit in qualifiers, and that would explain why they both won upsets this weekend.
That's just unfortunate. Nonetheless, getting into the ban phases here. Already got both of our bans, as a matter of fact. It's going to be a DT1 on the side of the United States, not wanting to deal with the more generic, speedy, double-time aim. Hidden 2 from Austria-Hungary. Wow, Ethan Trix is in the lobby. I wouldn't have never seen that coming. Austria-Hungary also not really having too many well-known reading players, I would say, all things considered. So, ban makes sense. We'll see what Austria-Hungary decides to pick as they have first pick.
Yeah, their scores, like I said, had a couple of good results in qualifiers. Did Austria-Hungary, number 4 on the Nomad 2, number 5 on the Nomad 4, number 3. No, not number 3. Number 7. Excuse me. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong line. I apologize. Number 4 on the Nomad 2, number 9 on the Nomad 3, and then number 7 on the Hard Rock 2. So you know, a couple of options for things that they might want to go into just based on qualifiers. You know, something like a precision pick, or just you know, maybe like a flow stamina pick. Could be options. You've got precision Hard Rock here as well. Not really a Nomad 2 equivalent in this pool, but you do have, you know, the tapping on Nomad 2 and DT2. So some options potentially.
It is very funny though, because the Nomad 2 is mapped by Taquito, who's also playing for the United States roster. So
Right.
that's a very interesting little thing there. Fremont 2 will be the pick, however.
Yo, banger. I
love Nekomata Master.
Yeah, same. Nekomata Master, one of my favorite like artists who you see a lot in Osu and kind of like the rhythm game music genre. This is a cool map. I'm scared about this as a first pick against the United States, which is a team that in every international tournament is always good at you know, like rhythm finger control kind of picks. But Austria-Hungary, you know, a pretty good flow aim team, so perhaps kind of diving into that skill set a little bit here.
Also, maybe just wanting to get one of the more RNG picks out of the way. If this match does go down to the wire, they're going to be playing all but one of these maps that they haven't banned. So, if you want to get rid of the stuff that maybe you're not super confident in, but still feel decent about, might as well get that out of the way first so you have a better chance later. Who knows? It is early stage. Picks and bans are crazy in early stage. Who can even guess at this point?
That's the slightly easier pool and a slightly smaller pool. Like you said, you end up playing just about everything if the match goes the distance. So maybe pick something that has a couple of little RNG quote-unquote patterns. Those little 1/6 bursts in this one can catch you out. Or just like we said, the first reaction to this is just, you pick it because it's a good song. Let's be real here.
The vibes.
Exactly.
The vibes pick.
I love vibes picks, dude. I cannot lie to you. I love vibe picks. So looks like we should get into this. Not sure what the mods will necessarily be. What are we thinking for mods? Do you go Hard Rock on Pez, Hidden on Ethan?
Well, Ethan is guaranteed hidden. That one's
Yeah.
pretty safe to call, I would say. Hard Rock, I think, can go either way. Maybe Bashi probably takes it over. Nope, no Bashi, no mod. Okay, so you were right. Z9A on the Hard Rock and Fedora Goose on the hidden. Fedora on the hidden makes sense.
Yeah, very solid hidden player. I'm a little less familiar with Z9 and Z10, respectively. But Z9 going the Hard Rock, and there's that early break from Fedora Goose right at the start. Those first couple patterns, man, you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, it's very easy to no lock on those patterns, unfortunately, and I think we had a bit of that with Fedora there, so struggling in the beginning. Hopefully it won't matter too much, all things considered, even though he does continue to struggle. That might matter a bit more as we get to the fourth way through the map.
He's at 82 AC. He's not having a good time. Fedora Goose is straight up not having a good time. You really hate to see it.
Offset. I'm blaming it on the offset.
Yeah, sure. Maybe, I was going to say maybe he has mouse buttons on, but he does not have mouse buttons on. There goes Z9A as well, so both the mods down for Austria-Hungary. And United States, they're just going to roll at this point, unfortunately for Austria. And their Hungarian member actually isn't here, so this is just Austria for this map. United States just rolling this one. Triple FC still intact halfway through and already a 360k lead. This one's looking a little unfortunate as a first pick.
Yeah, and there goes the remaining FC on Z10A. Probably the only hope they had, especially if the United States somehow drops three-way here, but they just look too confident on this, unfortunately. I don't think there's anything else to say.
Well, USA are, one of the pre-tournament favorites to go deep for a reason. And, being extremely solid from both skill floor to skill cap is a large part of that. You expect them to drop a whole bunch of FCs on early stages, just like you expect them to drop great scores on late stages. Will they finish out the three-way last pattern? Yes, they will. That's a really strong opening performance from the United States. The triple FC on the first pick. Million score victory to start this match off. That is scary stuff if you are an opposition team.
Especially on your own first pick, too. Even if you weren't necessarily super confident in that pick, seeing a three-way FC on your first pick is still pretty disheartening. But Orgus actually did a really good job recovering, so I actually am kind of inclined to believe it might have just been like a keyboard to tapping issue or something similar to that. So, unfortunate, but even if he had FC'd, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, a three-way FC with solid accuracy from the United States. There's not really any contesting that, unfortunately, unless you drop a three-way of your own. So, it is, as they say, what it is. Now United States gets their own first pick to consolidate that early break point, and really you got to think they can just go wherever they want here. This is just preference pick, whatever feels good or has good vibes.
Would not surprise me to see Hard Rock being picked here. Austria-Hungary, especially in precision, regards to precision, they weren't super strong on that. So Hard Rock 2 wouldn't be too out of the question, I think.
The Nomad 3 instead, though, so USA going to start off their campaign in this tournament, their own first pick, with the Consistency Alt. Offers a lot in the alt skill set. It's got snaps, it's got some rhythm changes as well. That bridge section can be pretty tricky, and it's gonna call into the consistency skill set a lot. It's nearly 4 minutes, so you're in for the long haul.
United States did score number 1 on this type of map, to be fair. Austria-Hungary also didn't really do that bad, though. Number 9 overall on this map. Only about 500k difference, and I'd say roughly probably the same difficulty-wise, so a couple of those misses on that qualifier, if Austria fixes those, Austria-Hungary, then they can very well steal this.
And this is, I think, a map that's going to be a little more difficult to see FCs on. I do think there are more difficult patterns in this than you saw in that pre-mod 2. So, you know, if you're Austria-Hungary, you can think about, you know, we just need to put up good scores. We don't have to, we probably don't have to put up a 3-way just to have a chance, like they would have on the pre-mod. So you're able to say, let's just get a couple of good scores and see where it leads us without automatically being doomed by not full FCing it. So, you know, the opening can be there on this type of map. I still think back to, was it USA 2019, one of the most dominant teams ever that lost a map in the first match on an alt pick? Like, that just has always stuck with me. So, you know?
The Turkey match.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
Sure,
Yeah.
That was funny. Oh, that was a great time. Nonetheless, getting into the pick here. Very lengthy, as you mentioned. Consistency, much more of a factor here. Roughly, I'd say the same length as the prior qualifiers, no mod, so expect to see relatively similar scores, I'd say. Maybe a bit higher, since this is kind of easier. Not by the same mapper, too, which is kind of interesting.
Matha? I'm not actually sure.
Known as Pedal now, but yes.
Oh, that is Pedal. Oh, okay, I was wondering why the maps were the style they were. That explains a lot. That explains a lot. Very, very popular, I feel, alt mapper does really kind of a nice alt style, I feel, as a spectator at least, if not as a player. Offers a more variety in their alt picks than some alt mappers who are kind of all about one style. And hey, look, we've got 6 FCs on the board through about 400 combo. Everybody keeping it up until the first break comes from Defy right in the KI here.
That's just unlucky, a slider break from him. Still plenty of time for the United States to trade that. That is not what you want to see. Those E10A also dropping on that star pattern. Fedorgu is the only remaining FC now. So we get into a pretty relatively slow section, all things considered. You probably won't see misses here, and this is going to just rack up that score lead.
Yeah, it's going to be another break from D10A. Goes to Fedorgu on that FC. United States looking cool, calm, and collected. The 3-way intact with 2 99 plus FCs among it. Ethan Trix just a little behind on accuracy, but still doing fine for himself. And you know, the lead doesn't grow super big, right? Map that's this long, the lead is going to stay a little closer for longer than it would otherwise, but we'll see how long the USA keeps it up. Into the PI time here, still the 3-way, nearing the 850 combo mark. Looking good is the United States.
Have not reached the, I'd say, hard part of this map, around 1,100 combos, where difficulty spikes pretty massively, all things considered. So we'll see how many of those FCs on the United States remain there. If the combo is held from Austria on that, that's where things can get a bit interesting. This is the part right here.
Yeah, this is the section that we always are waiting for to see who will make it through. It's traded breaks from Peasants, D10A, Fedorgu goes, Bashi goes as well. So Ethan Trix holding the only FC left in the lobby now, with Defy holding the next biggest combo, who goes on the slider stream as you do. And Ethan Trix leading the way.
That's probably the hardest part of the entire map, gone. So would not surprise me to see him close out this FC unless he just gets nervous, which in that case, unfortunate set of circumstances.
And we'll see. I mean, alt feels like a skill set where you can miss on just kind of anything, like Bashi just did there. But Ethan Trix is holding that combo down and nice and steadily, as you would most want from your only FC remaining here. And this is another pretty brutally one-sided map. Unfortunately for the Austria-Hungary team, going to be about 700k or more by the time it's all said and done. The only question left about this one, can Ethan Trix close out the FC?
A little bit of a 1-6 section here. Might slider break on that. Doesn't find it. I think he should be able to close it out here unless he gets a tragic miss at the very end. He did not slider break, unlike his teammates. Congratulations, Ethan Trix.
Well done to Ethan Tricks. That's a quality FC on that map, man. That is so long and offers so many different patterns you can easily break on, including that bridge, which is a real difficulty spike. So very well done to Ethan Tricks on the FC United States. Clean victory. Back up the break point. 2-0, the advantage. This is just what you would expect out of the number 2 overall seed, is a very strong performance like we've seen through the first couple picks here.
Austria-Hungary didn't do horrible on that, all things considered. Like, Defy S rank, just unfortunate slider breaks, unfortunate, like, under aims, I believe, for the most part, on some patterns. If he fixes that up, then this would have been a lot closer than you would have assumed, rather. But such is the way of life. The United States picked that. Go next.
Go next for Austria. Where ahead? You start on pre-mod 2, doesn't work out. What feels comfortable for this team? You know, I do think that something like a Nomad 2 or a DT2, if they want to opt into something that's just pure tapping, but I at the same time, I don't know if that's something that they want to opt into. It's kind of hard to say. Taking their time to consider. Maybe Hidden One, just for fun. Just pick Hidden One for the culture, you know? I don't think they're going to, but, you know.
I just realized I was looking at the wrong qualifier results, and I accidentally said Austria-Hungary was bad at precision when they were number 7 on that. Oops.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, United States is number 1 in that, so I don't imagine they'd be really feeling confident picking into that. They did have fairly decent scores overall on Nomad in particular. I would assume they would want to stick with that. Hard Rock 1 might as well be Nomad, so I can still vibe with this.
Yeah, this is just Nomad 1 with Hard Rock applied. I feel like anybody who's been around tournaments for a sufficiently long period of time will be familiar with this map, because this has been around and it's been a Nomad 1 and a Hard Rock 1 plenty of times over the years. So, pretty familiar map to just about anybody, and it's just all about the aim consistency, plus a few longer streams as well thrown in. Nice style too. Big fan of Asphyxia mapping as well as Kevin Sela. Kevin Sela? I don't know.
A very clean aesthetic style. It's kind of resonated throughout mapping throughout the years, starting in 2013. The golden age of mapping, as you will.
So true. I love 2013, 2014 maps so much. This one's from end of 2015, ranked in a year. This was ranked exactly 1 year to the day after it was submitted. Back in 2016, but the style has just been timeless. I really think that this holds up incredibly well, and everybody is going to be comfortable with it. I think you should see a lot of good scores on this map.
Yeah, much like your traditional Nomad 1, welcome to Aim City. There is some streams in this, to be fair, but
I think maybe a little streamier than the common Nomad 1, but more focused on the aim in general. We await the 3rd member of USA to join Pez and Flames tier. Georgius Z9 NZ10. Ooh, Hachi in for this. I don't know that I expected that, but you know, he can play stuff, so like, why not?
Not horribly surprising, I'd say. Early stage, Bashi. Probably known a bit more as a precision specialist, but more than capable of playing Hard Rock at a high level too. Has a lot of crazy Hard Rock scores. Which kind of comes with the territory of being a precision player, I suppose.
Right. Yes, you don't know anything about that, do you?
No, I don't. I hate precision.
All right, away we go. See if Austria-Hungary can get on the board here, down the early 2-0, consolidated breakpoint in favor of the USA, but picking a map that pretty much anybody can have a reasonably good showing on, I think, to try and get their feet under them a little bit here.
I think also, even with you saying everyone can get a good score on this, equally the opposite is true. Anyone can just absolutely bomb aim maps, and I'm not gonna lie, United States have historically been pretty bad at aim maps in general.
Listen, just because they lost to the best aim team in the history of OWC this past year
No, you don't understand.
No, I do.
The 2019 Nomad ones, you don't understand. We were horrible at those.
That the grand finals Nomad one, that Barking Mad Dog map. Oh, buddy.
Habib in for that. Let's go, Habib.
Yo, Habib's good at aim. Eventually in his career, I don't know if he was good at aim back then.
It was okay. But anyway, 3-way FC from both teams. No one having any issues. We get enter the first chorus here. It's pretty much just coming down to the accuracy difference. fieryrage down to a sub 97. And everyone on the United States has... Oh, there goes everybody except Z10A on Austria-Hungary.
Yeah, just that little accelerating burst. I mean, it's really not a big stream or anything, but if fieryrage and Z9A both fell off, it is a break from the United States. Pez to fall. The aim consistency legend himself not getting through as far as he might have liked, but
Z10A missed immediately prior to that, though, and then Gunga misses that stream, which is not going to be helping things at all, though.
I feel that this is kind of the state of affairs for lower seed against higher seed, and especially for a not even full roster lower seed against a higher seed. Only having 4 people on your team means it's impressive enough just to qualify, and you're always going to be put in a tough spot when constructing rosters for picks. And Austria-Hungary, you know, just suffering a little bit for lack of depth, and you know, the United States just being better, frankly, on the maps that we've seen so far. And this is looking to be no different, as Flames Tirbashi just absolutely chilling in the double FC.
Hitting that wide angle pattern, that is way harder to hit than it appears. Actually, everyone hitting it, I think. Maybe I'm just wrong.
Yeah, no breaks. It's obviously easy.
Yeah, my fault.
Yep. Oh, Z9A. Well, this is looking a tad bit over on this map in favor of the United States. It's a 680k lead and just growing by the second as they have more combo on all 3 members. And they... Oh, Flames Cheer does break on the kick slider jump, so I was wondering if they were going to make it through into the last guy. And the answer was...
Well, Bashi remaining with the FC. Pez with a nice backing combo. Fortunately for Bashi, 0% accuracy player. Not even,
I mean...
98% is bad.
I would say
still.
He has better act than anyone on Austria-Hungary, so, you know, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt in this case.
Is he going to get through this 1-2 section? This is probably the hardest.
Oh, they fell off the stream at the end. No.
Unfortunate.
No FCs for anybody. But it's job done for the United States on this map regardless, eh?
Yeah, it's going to be approaching 900k difference. Might just barely get there. Now it's going the opposite way.
Yeah, Austria-Hungary, I think, had just a tiny little bit of combo advantage at the very, very end after the breaks from the United States, but not much that it could do for them there, unfortunately. It's quick 3-0, quick double break advantage. United States putting the pedal to the metal here.
Well, they have a chance to consolidate another break point here. What they decide to choose is anybody's guess at this point. Probably would not. I would imagine they'd probably be sticking into the Nomads, but if they're picking what they do really good at, the Nomad or Hard Rock probably would be okay. Okay, that is not what I was expecting.
That's none of those things. Yo, this is a Bashi easy moment. No, actually,
do they overmod Hard Rock on this is actually what I'm thinking.
You like 2 Hard Rocks and a hidden or something? What are we thinking?
I have no idea. I think Taquito might hidden.
Is Taquito even here? We have not seen him yet, I will know. We haven't seen Taquito or Cal.
That is a good question. Yes.
So, we'll have to see. I watched this played yesterday in... Oh, what match was that? Romania versus Chile. Romania had Bashi, or had Badu, as I'm looking at Bashi on my screen. Romania had Badu go easy and absolutely dominated the map. Very impressive stuff from him. So we'll see if anybody in this lobby can do something similar. But USA actually has, like, some pretty pref hidden players in addition to, you know, you have Bashi who's good at low air, but also good at precision. So it's like, could do whatever they want with this for their roster.
I completely forgot Ethan Trix is on the team.
Yeah. You've got like Ethan Trix who's a preference hidden player. You've got Taquito who's a preference hidden player. I mean, you can kind of work free mods in a lot of different ways as this team, especially on anti-mod stuff. Also the banger, like this type of song being mapped in a Kirby mix style is very cool. I like this map.
This song on Taiko is hell.
I can only imagine. As a
That's where this
player.
originally came from.
Oh, okay.
Like it was made for Taiko, if I'm remembering correctly, and it's bad. it's hard.
You can hear some banger drum fills and stuff in this, so I could see it. Oh, it's even tagged Taiko no Tatsujin, so there you go.
Yeah, I think mod combo wise, Fedora Goose is going to be on the hidden. Ethan Trix to follow suit. Pez on Hard Rock. Defee on Hard Rock, I think. Probably, realistically speaking, unless they want a consistent no mod score, you can definitely provide that. I think Bashi most likely just going to be going on the no mod. Might go easy if he wants to be wacky with the. Okay, nope, they just swapped Hard Rock entirely.
Oh, we're reloading here. Make sure all the mods are accurate, present, and correct. And indeed, so we've got a Hard Rock Bashi, an easy Ethan, no mod on Pez, easy on Fedora Goose, Hard Rock on Z10A with no mod on Defi. So nice little matching mods. Nobody feeling like running hidden on this today. Easy with that 1.75 multiplier. So max score will not be 1 million, but it will also be much more than 500k. And we'll see how the easy players do on this. I think it's a pretty good. This is a type of map that, like, when easy was a thing and when Kirby Mix was a thing, easy was pretty popular to run. So.
Well, right now, everyone except the easy players in Bashi are having not a fun time, and there goes Fedora Goose's combo on easy, so Ethan Trix is now unmatched on that. And Bashi's kind of just doing his thing right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's so good at the small circles. You just expect Bashi to do well on something like this. It's not going to be a problem for him at all. Has struggling a tad bit, but, you know, definitely not having a much better time anyway. It's not like it's the end of the world. There is the break from Bashi. Combo advantage, I think, is in favor of Austria-Hungary at the moment. So we'll see if they can bring this score gap down.
They actually have pretty solid backing combos on the no mod and Hard Rock. As soon as I even think mentioning that, and Ethan collapses as soon as I even try mentioning it. My fault.
Oh, that was really sad to see happen, man. Like, it was coming, the score gap was coming down, they had good combo, and then they just weren't, and they didn't, and it was over for them there for a while. Still a quarter of the map left to go, but Ethan Trix just chilling with the easy FC here, and Pez has recovered some combo. Man, it looked reasonable for Austria-Hungary for a little while there. Only for a little while.
Unfortunately, going to be another consolidated break point for the United States. Fairly solid scores, all things considered, from Defi and Z10A on that. Not bad at all, but Ethan Trix, the reading man himself, loves himself a bit of easy modification. Going to be getting the highest score in the lobby by, I think, about 100k.
Well, that's let's see, 479 times. Yeah, that's a 838k effectively from Ethan. So
200k, I was staying corrected.
That's a really solid score once you add in that multiplier. And yeah, I mean, once again, right? Like, Austria-Hungary putting up decent scores. Like, this map is quite hard. You're not expecting unbelievably through the roof scores. 1.2 million, not too shabby. But United States, you know, just winning by 200k even before the easy multiplier is applied gives you an idea of just how strong this team is, especially here in these early rounds where they just can drop, you know, an FC and a couple of solid backing scores.
We'll see what Austria-Hungary decides to pick here. Okay, Hard Rock 2.
There's precision you were talking about.
I mean, like I said, they did get a pretty good score on this. Number 7 overall out of qualifiers on this. But United States is number 2, and they also still gap them by 800k. much like the Nomad 3.
This is why it's always a tough scenario to be in, to be a 15 seed going up against a 2 seed. Like, it doesn't matter, almost doesn't matter. Your best score, the other team is just going to still be better because that's what separates teams at that, you know, big of a gap between them in the seeding. It's going to be a pretty good chunk of score regardless of the map type. So you put your best foot forward and you hope for the best, but I think you kind of know that you're going up against a juggernaut, and that's just how it is. See if Austria-Hungary can maybe just get a point on the board here, avoid the sweep. You know, this, if they lose this, it could be their last pick of this match. Unfortunately, if they give up this break point again, the United States would have that match point on their own next pick, but maybe, just maybe, Austria-Hungary can drop a couple of FCs on a flowy precision pick here in this Hard Rock 2. The alternate version of Rubik's Cube, if you notice listening along that it sounds different than the original. That's because it does.
It's basically just changed slightly instruments. Instrumental is slightly different. You can tell the guitar is like slightly pitched just a tiny bit differently. Basically, doesn't matter.
No, it's just interesting because I was doing pool research the other day for this this round, and I was like, this sounds different. And I remembered that yes, there are actually a couple of different versions of this song. I believe that whole thing was brought up back during OWC because of the Rubik's Cube map that was in OWC. That discussion point came up sometime around then.
Yeah, no, the same version I believe that's used in this one was used there. So, nonetheless, 3-minute long map. Another somewhat consistency test, I guess you could say. This time with CS 6.5. Both of these teams fairly solid at precision. They got their rosters in. Let's find out what happens.
For this one, I think that this is a spot where Austria-Hungary can really show us what they're capable of. This is a map that and a skill set that I think they will do pretty well on. So eyes peeled for some good scores on that side of the screen, and whatever United States may do, they may do, but I'm rooting for Austria-Hungary here a little bit just to get a point up at least, you know?
I think I need to talk more about the United States. Let me do this real quick. United States holding on to a very solid 3-way FC right now. Bashi, man, with a 1x100. Very good accuracy from him on that. We get into first chorus here. See if any of these massive combos start to break. Z10A, unfortunately, going to be the first.
I was going to say exactly that. Just there goes Defi as well. Austria-Hungary dropping 2 of their FCs in this Ki section. Fedorgus holding on as we will get into the bridge guitar solo stuff here. United States, well, they've got the 3-way maintained and not looking to give it up anytime soon. Those accuracies really impressive. 299s and a mid-high 98 as well. So as anticipated, USA looking pretty strong here. Some of these awkward flow patterns, though, does catch out Bashi. Defi trades it. Hez falls as well. United States only has a 275k lead. You've got an FC on Flames tier, but he's being matched by Fedorgus. I believe Z10A does have at least a little bit of recovery combo. Yeah, he does. So door kind of open, maybe just a little tiny bit for Austria-Hungary here.
I think Flames tier needs to miss relatively soon, though, in order for that to really matter. The 5 miss is not going to matter, thankfully, since he missed prior to the break. So lowest combo on that side. It's not going to be changing awful much. Score lead very, very slowly shifting over in favor. And it's gone.
Door open into door slammed shut as Fedorgus breaks his full combo, and that was the opportunity that Austria-Hungary might have had.
That's the hard part too. That's so
that space section he gets through, man, that's a shame. Notably, Flamesteer did get through all of that and is still holding the FC, so got to give him his flowers as we come into the ending, the longer streams here to finish the match out. Will he drop a full combo on this pick? Just as the icing on the cake for another breakpoint in 5-0 lead. Looking possible. Last seconds. Flames here still doing it, still at 99x, still on the FC. Last little weird flow pattern. And he's gonna do it. 99% AC on the dot. Full combo dropped. United States takes another point. It ended up being by nearly 800k, but really that was a lot closer than that for a lot of the way through.
I don't think Austria-Hungary is aware.
Yeah, it's best of 11 here, gentlemen.
Unfortunate set of circumstances.
It gives them another chance to avoid the sweep, right? Like,
well, we got into free mod 1, which is a lot more mechanics intensive. So this is going to be one of those mechanics test maps, I suppose, that you wanted Austria-Hungary to maybe pick into with the DT2 and whatnot.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking it might be an option for them. You know, at this point in the match, it kind of feels like nothing is going to be great for them, but I guess I'll have to start with the tiebreaker. Yes, that is the spirit, Fedora Goose. That is the spirit. That's what I like to hear. He's got the faith. He's got the confidence. He's going to make this happen all by himself if he has to. 2 minutes fighters, stream mod 1. A minute and 58 seconds long. I feel cheated by the title of this song. It can be called Minute 58 Seconds Fighters. Original joke, please do not steal. United States very good mechanics team, but Austria-Hungary looked like they were pretty reasonable in this skill set in the qualifiers. So we'll see if they can keep that up here. Maybe, just maybe, just get a break point to get your point on the board here, guys. Come on, I got faith. I'd like to see it happen.
Ethan Trix has a horrible, unfortunate set of circumstances happen to his PC. He disconnects mid-map. No score counted.
Oh, jeez. So we're going back to like 2018?
We're going back to when a practice
if you fail,
internet disconnect.
If you fail, your score is worth 0.
Finally. Night of Nights in Hard Rock meaning something again. Oh, Taquito was here, because he is in now. So I guess he just didn't want to play.
Yeah, he was just letting his team do their thing for the first 5 picks, but says, I'm going to come in and finish this one out, guys. Don't you worry. Maybe they need him for hidden on this? I don't know. I mean, he's got Ethan, so I don't know that's
I don't think so, yeah. I think he might just be confident on the no-mod on this, is my guess.
Well,
I do not see Ethan taking anything but hidden on this. Maybe easy if he wants to be crazy.
Yo, easy on this would be wild, actually. I can't even imagine.
Oh, they're overmodding, okay.
No, they're okay. Yeah, well, they've got 2 hidden preference players in the lobby, so I get it. I have Hard Rock on Pez, who's also going to be very comfortable on his mod. And hidden Fedora Goose, Hard Rock, Z10A, no mod on Defi. Let's see who Defi falls on that first little expanding space pattern. But Taquito and Ethan Trix with a couple early breaks, as well as Z10A. Everyone just trolled the intro.
To be fair, that intro is also pretty troll, so it's not too surprising.
Yeah, you can confirm. Extremely troll intro.
It's fairly consistent in difficulty, honestly, throughout, as we see multiple breaks from pretty much everybody. That's going to be dropping the Hard Rock FC. Defy up against Taquito and Ethan Trix.
What is happening here? Why are there no FCs at all? Come on, man. I know this map is like kind of weird, but I'm shocked after what we've seen previously that we have no FCs left at all. There go Defi and Z10A, and any chance that Austria-Hungary had on this map might just be gone as Taquito and Ethan Trix continue to hold the recovery combo. It doesn't even matter what Pez does.
Taquito has kind of disgusting accuracy right now, all things good. And he dropped in 100 on nothing! I bet he's happy about that.
Taquito is just posting Steam happy in the chat mentally, emotionally at the moment. Absolutely chilling.
Also, are you sure these aren't FCs? They had S ranks, so I guess it must be slider break.
I thought I saw slider breaks at the very start of the first pattern, but it could have been Bancho.
Oh, we'll find out, I guess, if the score is a bit less than 3,000 or whatever it is. Because Taquito and Ethan Trix kind of just dominating this right now, and not really anything Austria-Hungary can do, unfortunately, even with a very solid recovery from Fedora Goose, all things considered.
Yeah, just not a lot to be done against a team that's putting up scores like the United States is here, unfortunately for Austria and Hungary.
Okay, yeah, they did slider break.
Yep. Okay. All right. I'm glad I'm not going crazy because you really had me going there for a second. I'm like, I swear to God, I saw them both combo break at the start.
Yeah, they
and I
both
did.
get
All
the
right.
one slider break. That's unlucky.
We're good.
Taquito's accuracy on that is actually just disgusting.
Yeah, it's
Not
really
much you can
nasty.
do.
2 100s in the slider break. Whew. United States just exerting their will on Austria-Hungary. 2 seed versus 15 seed. Kind of what you'd anticipate to see here. 6-0 is disappointing for Austria-Hungary. Would have liked to see them get on the board, but not surprising when you consider how strong this USA team is.
Not down and out quite yet, though, as Austria-Hungary moves down into the lower bracket now, as they face off against Finland, who lost 2-6 against the Philippines earlier. The United States progress, face the Philippines in the winner's bracket next time on the quarterfinals weekend.
That should be a fun match. This Philippines team quite strong. I'm excited for that one. It's gonna be next weekend. Getting set up for some good matches next week, I think. As we progress through the last few matches of this weekend, we have Germany versus Russia in like the rematch of the rematch of the rematch. Those teams seem to play each other in every international tournament. South Korea, UK, I feel like that one's happened a few times in OWC before as well. So quarterfinals week setting up to be pretty strong. And it looks like Poland versus Canada on the other stream about to come to an end as well here. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to be 6-1 in favor of Poland. And that is going to do it for our matches, actually, the entire time.
That's the entire week done. So I believe over on the A stream, the main stream, there'll be the map pool showcase coming up at some time relatively soon. I don't know what time specifically. You're involved in that one, right? I think. I thought I saw your name mentioned. I could be going crazy.
Probably. I have no idea.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be figured out. So to everybody on the B stream, we appreciate y'all watching this match. In between now and the map pool showcase, feel free to head over and check out, let's see if this command works here, check out our sponsors, Wooting and Acrid, and you can always feel free to donate to the prize pool. Every little bit counts here at 3WC. Prize pools are always nice to see expanding. That's going to do it for us. Congratulations to the United States. Thank you for watching. Fiery, it's been a pleasure as always, my man.
As always, fun casting with you. We'll see you guys in the map pool showcase if you wish to go and see that. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in the next weekend for quarterfinals.